always the hardest because I can't. Did you try it?
Yes, I did.
Because I can't remember what I've said. So just bear with me when we get to this. We've been like around since 5. So when you've said it for this the 4th time of saying it, you're just like So thank you for coming. Has it been interesting going all the way around? Just save the best to last. Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm just going to quickly. I've got a lot to show you, so I'm going to have to go quickly whizzing through things, and then you can always come and see me later so I can recap things for you because there's a ton to get through. First of all, I've brought out more journals. Okay, I brought out the flip journals. Now the flip journals, I brought them in the large and small. Oh, wrong one. Sorry? Yes. I know. This is it. So I've done the landscape because a lot of people wanted, some people wanted smaller as well, but also for the length. But because I've called it a flip because you can also do it this way as well. So you can still, like a traditional notebook, go up that way. So that's the small. And then I've also done it in the large. Again, you can either have it in the landscape, so you can have it going across like this, 1 page or right across the lot, or again you can have it going up this way. The big difference with these 2 journals is it's the same quality paper, it's the mixed media cardstock that's in all my journals, but they're thinner. And the reason I did this was there's a lot of new people coming into my world, and sometimes a big journal can be really off-putting. They're worried because they're like, I've started but I can't finish it. So we've made these with less pages to ease them into more. And also it's good if you're a store and you're wanting to do classes in there. Again, it's not as over-facing if they've got a slightly thinner journal. So same style, same quality, same paper, but these have slightly less. I can't remember, is it 36 and 40? 36, yeah, I think it's 36 pages in there. So because I mean a big journal doesn't faze me at all, but a lot of people it will. So they're the flips, and they're also slightly smaller. Stamps, I have my rubber stamps. So I have a lovely fauna one this time, which is so useful, and this I use as hair a lot of the time. We have dogs to go with my other animals, and most of my dogs have slippers on because I always have my slippers on at shows, as you all know. So we have the dogs there, and then because I've brought out the diary program and we've gone a little bit smaller, I've actually made some of my original stamps smaller. So here's the minis. That's Catamount the pigeon, so that's the mini cats and birds. And then these are some of my original stamps and some of my later stamps. And it's really strange, but some of the originals sell just as well as the others. So we thought we'd bring them back and just have them in that smaller thing. And card makers forever have been saying, can we have your designs small? And I'm like, no, because I'm not a card maker. And and apparently I have to consider everybody. Who knew? Seriously, who knew? And so I've brought them out as small, and they fit. You'll see when we do that. My usual delicate sayings.
I love them.
Yes, mirror, mirror on the wall, what the frick happened? And look both ways before crossing a woman. I do like that one. So there's my usual tone set there. So stamps, stencils. Again, I'll just briefly go through them. Bags. Do you love the bags? I've been after bags for ages, and so we got them and then we decided that every small stencils there. I have to say mine are the more gorgeous, of course. And I think I've been very canny because they match my original. If I buy a toiletry bag, I like it to match the makeup bag. I like it to, do you know what I mean? So mine sort of run through. They're not the same pattern, they are different, but they all match through. So the new stencils we have Diamond in the Rough. I'm just going to show you the small, okay? We have the alphabet script, that's upside down, alphabet script there. We have the numbers. Now the numbers and the alphabet are, I had these were some of my originals first, which have been discontinued a long time, but I loved them so much and I missed them, so I brought them back in a slightly different version, okay? And there's so many new people in Dylusions that and they were such a useful one to have. And then I had the shattered stencil, which got discontinued because we sold so many. So this is the new shattered. This is the stained glass to do that technique that I always used to do. So those are the 5 stencils in large and small. I have new Couture stencils as well. Those of you who are not sure what they are, they're my people stencils. I had everything organised here, but now I've moved things around. Oh no. So my Couture stencils, I went to Mexico for a week, and when I came back, Alan had killed all my silhouettes off. And seriously, this is how I find out when my stuff's discontinued. I'm in a class and I go, right, let's get out and so I rang up, I'm like, where's all my silhouettes? And he went, oh, they've gone because, you know, we've sold that many, they're now discontinued. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? They've sold that many, they're discontinued. But it's because we do sell that many, so he says I've killed them off. So here are my new ones, and I've named them after my children, so he can't kill them. So there's Ben, there's Emmy, and there's Jay. Poor Tom hasn't got one yet. And they come in the 3 different sizes, and there's samples on the boards. But again, that's a lot of techniques that I teach. So the new ones, if you've got the older ones in your stores, they're still selling because it's still the same techniques. When I come in, they're still the same techniques. I haven't just replaced them, you know, on a whim. I've replaced them because they are still big sellers. And what you'll find is your new people will buy the new ones, and your older people will buy the new ones because they're different people, and also because they're my children. They'll be like, oh, they'll have to have a Ben, even though it's nothing to do with Ben. Do you know what I mean? So those are some of the basics there. We've got new postcards out. We've got new sticky back canvas. These were really popular, they worked well. You can use them as a display, but I use them in the journals. You can see here, there's a postcard that I've used as a pocket, and I've put a little tag underneath. The canvas is sticky back, so you just peel the back off. So new designs, 8 new designs from before, the same in both of those. New colouring sheets. Again, we have number 1. Number 1 is the one on the left. We've tried to do each cover a slightly different tone. The art department have worked really, really hard. So when they pick them up, you can see here, they're going to look different on your shelf, but we still needed them to have that overall look. So number 2 is similar to number 1. It has the large designs. There's 2 of every design. So again, they've taken my artwork. I do the original tags, and then it goes to the art department. They work the magic and they turn it into this. So another large one. And then again, these card makers, I mean, how rude, demanding things. So what we've done for them, but also for the mini journals and the flip, because they're smaller, you have to have some smaller things. So all the images that are in book 1 and 2 have come into book 3. So they come this size, and because of the proportion, we had a gap, so we've given extra bits in here. But we've also, not only the card makers, we have like little ATC ones as well. But I've used these in the, you can see, in here. And nothing's finished at shows, but can you see I've got 3 on a page there? But I was going to show you where I'd cut. Oh, it must be in the other one. But I cut them out and use them. So this is, you have this size, and then you have the small size in all of them. So that's book 3 in there. Is there anything else that was? Oh, tissue tape. No, they're in the program. The tissue tape originally only came in the inserts, and it's what I use to stick the journal pages back in. And I love it so much. And you can see I like it flat because you can decorate it and then you can peel it off. And that's what I do. I decorate it flat, then I use it. So we've brought it out in its own separate SKU, and it comes in 3 different widths. So we have the width, this width like this, as we had before, slightly wider, and it has 2 sheets of each. So that's come out there. So I think that's all the general stuff quickly whizzed through there. So now we go on to the diary program. This is the diary program here, and I'm so pleased with it. I've never really, and it is a diary, it's not a planner. Okay, I don't plan. It's supposed to, I don't plan at all. So it's more of a diary, and we did it with the DY, which is a play on my name and Dylusions. I always have journals with me. Wherever I go, I have a journal with me. And so I never have a diary. I did buy a Kate Spade planner, and it cost me $85, and every time I go home I stroke it and then come away again because it's so pretty. And I'm here, look opposite there is a whole wall of planners, and it's really freaking me because they're so beautiful, but they're clean and pretty and organised, and it really confuses me. So when people look at my journals, they're like, I don't know where to start. I love it. I'm like that with this, and I would never just carry a plan around. So a couple of years ago I had a moleskin diary, and I thought, oh, I can draw on the opposite side, but the paper is so thin, so I ended up doing this, making myself and sticking them in and then drawing on them, but it ended up this thick. But I used it and I carried it everywhere because I could be creative and have my journal. Because if it's a choice between two, I'm going for the journal. So we made one, we mocked one up, and then I spent last year using it and just seeing if it worked, if I liked it, and I did. I loved it. So this is very just me. There's a lot of my drawing in, just doing, and we developed it into this one. So this is the diary, okay, and it comes totally it's a perpetual, so you can start it whenever. There's no dates on there at all. It just says Monday to Sunday, but every page here is decorated with one of my backgrounds. Again, the art department took a lot of stuff and they've muted them down because, again, I'm known for really bright colours, but again, that's frightening for a lot of people as well. You can make this brighter, but we thought it best to stay at this base. So you can see we have pages in that have got some stamping on, so that gives people a starting point. They know where to start. We have colouring pages in there. It's all on the same mixed media cardstock, but it's slightly thinner because you don't need to have it so wet, so they're slightly thinner, but you can see all the way through are all these backgrounds and things to do. So my idea is that as a journaler, I'm really happy with this side, and then I will use this side, and the planner people will, you know, who want to do this, I'm hoping it'll bring them through. To show you an example of two extremes, Terry, who's here somewhere, she is a planner girl. She gets a kit every month with, to plan for the month. I'm like, seriously, I don't even know what I'm doing on Tuesday. But she gets this thing and they plan for the month. She's a big, serious planner girl. But she was like, I love it. I love yours. Can I have one? So I said, yeah. And then she ripped it to bits. She cut it up. But look how fabulous it is, because she loved my planner, but she likes this thing. So she just cut every page out and she made different bit, and I was really intrigued, so I said, let me take that to CHA. She's like, no, I don't. And I'm like, seriously? But she's made it her own, and I think that's fabulous that she's done that. So that's one extreme. The other extreme is my son-in-law, Tom, and my son-in-law draws. Fabulous drawing, and he always uses my journals because he says it's the best ever paper for the pens. Now he doesn't
He's a
need.
good son-in-law. Come on.
He is a good son-in-law. Now he doesn't need an organizer because he's married to my daughter, so he doesn't need that. But he's a chef, and his shifts change weekly, sometimes daily, and so this is as much planning as he will do. Those are his shifts, but he's like, that's brilliant because it's all in the one book. So you've got the two extremes there. Now we've created a whole program around it, and I say we because it's always a we. People always give me the kudos, but it is a big we. There's the art department, there's the branding department, all of us do it together, and we've created this whole program called the diary program, and it's all in this black and white, so you can see it instantly. And I have a sticker book, but the stickers, what's different about my program is these actually match all these backgrounds that are in there. So we have these paper stickers. Again, I just sit and doodle, and the art department work the magic and do it. So these are all hand drawn. As well as colours, we have black and white because I've used them in my journal. I've used them in things that are not this colour, and I wanted to colour them. Who knew how much fun these were? Seriously, I need more pages of these. This is not falling to bits, by the way. I keep ripping things out to show people, but we need those. So We've also got clear stickers. A lot of these are clear. This is my handwriting. Now, when I look at planner things, they've got like, oh, have a marvellous day, and oh, may the sun shine on you, and you know, mine are like, don't want to go. How about never? Hell no. So, you know,
More realistic.
yes, and you do know they're going to get worse when I make another one. You do know this. So there's sheets of those in there, and then there's like the memo list. I just put in there the things I want to use. So there's a memo list, and then these here, some of them are clear, so you can see some of them are clear stickers, some of them are paper stickers, some of them are white to colour, so there's a big variety of those in there, and I've used loads of them. We've got the stick-its here, so these are the little stick-its that you, and some of them I've actually stuck down with the glue stick, and some of them can you see here, I've stuck it down. They've been so useful, and others I've left flapping. So we have the stick-its, we have the die cuts. People say to me all the time, why don't you do dies? You'd make a fortune. I probably would, but I don't use die machines. I only make what I do. I'll never be authentic going, oh, there's loads of dies, because I don't know how to use them. But die cuts is a different matter. So again, the art department have taken a lot of my work and taken these bits out. They're all the dies there. There's 12 of them, and you get 2 of each in there, so they come ready cut. They're in the same paper as the colouring sheets. Again, for, you know, card makers, these card makers don't use a creamy, so we've done white the same as the colouring sheets. We have stamps. So you can stamp all this in. You see, you can put your dates in there. There's the little box. These are all in the clear, because to keep the price point good, you want a good price point. So they come in a pack together with a baby little thing, because everything, I did all this on the plane, so everything is portable. I had one of everything in one of these bags, and it fitted, so it's portable. Now my ink pad is my ink pad is not portable, so look, little dinky ink pads. It's the same ink, the same re-inkers, but they're dinky and they snap together like Lego. So look, they're just 3-minute warning, quick. So they all go together. So we've got this as well. We have the clips, the gorgeous clips, and I was like, I don't really think I'll use clips. I didn't understand. I'm like, it's a clip. Oh wow, yeah. But they've got my designs on as well. You can see that is taken right from the middle there. I don't know if you can see the 2 and 3, that is actually and shrunk down, so again they match, but they're not just clips, they're really sturdy, because I break everything, so I'm really pleased with these. We also have I've got the tissue, the little tape. Now my tape comes in a little dispenser. It says, look, dispenser. And you can just do this and you can tear it off and use it. Now I have to admit, my daughter uses it like this. I tend to use it like this on a net, because it's in my bag in the aeroplane. So I use it like that. Again, it's taken from these backgrounds. Every single one is taken from the backgrounds, and they've overlaid some of my designs over the top. And then we're left with the pens. The black and white pens were so successful that we've brought out some of the paint colours, 6 paint colours. People are getting better at learning how to use them now. The education is a lot better. They're getting out. To open them, you just put them down, and that's what you do, and you wait for the paint to come down, okay? And they're the finest tip you'll ever see in a paint pen. What people forget is that these are paints, not ink, so it's really fine. Now, because it's my paint, it will dry really quickly. Now that gives you a protective skin to stop the thing drying up. So all you need to do, the official line is you wipe your finger on a baby wipe and do this. I just lick my finger and do this, and it takes that skin, because I'm a mom, and it takes that skin off and you can write it. I've had a lot of people say your pens are great but they don't last very long. Once you press it down, this much paint comes in here, and then this seals again. If it didn't seal, it would flood like the graphic pen, not the graphic, there's a pen that it just floods all the time. So you can, once you've used what's in there, we are not Willy Wonka. You have to put more paint in, so you just press it down again and let more paint come down. And you can try it and see how fine they are. The back page of all my journals is always soft and plain. So that's it. So what I'm hoping is, The planner people won't be scared and they'll come there. The planner people spend a lot of money, but if we don't look after them, they're going to go, because they're not the creatives. There's no longevity in them at the moment. We need to get them being creative. The creative people, the mixed media people, you've got the longevity in there, but they're looking for something new and want to spend, but they can still do their thing. So to me, this is the gateway between both worlds. It's a portal. And there's been a lot of excitement at the show, so I hope you're excited about it. Has anybody got any questions?